Hi and welcome to my YouTube video and my channel, Kanbanan. And today we're playing merge tactics with the new ruler, the Elixaloong. I was really excited about this ruler because it's a completely new concept. You gain one elixir per round and one team size. We never saw this concept ever. Yeah, the other rulers are creative too, but I think this ruler will completely change the game. And I think I'm gonna go in game now and explain you why this ruler has its disadvantages, but has its advantages too, and maybe will even play a role in high star meta, in diamond meta. Let's go. Trade dummy, let's go. Yeah, I was playing a little bit of Elixalong, and my first opinion was it's not good. First opinion was it's not a good ruler. It's probably gonna be used for fun at the beginning and then it will be thrown in the trash. I was right with it being not the best ruler, but it is a good ruler 100%. And the reason why I think it's not a bad ruler is because the Elixalong is one of the best cards when it comes to early game. Or now it's a bad example, I just lost, but normally it is the best ruler when it comes to playing in the early game, and you almost can't lose the early game, meaning the other rulers can have bad RNG, you have a bad game, or you have bad merges, or you have a bad start by the Goblin Queen, but this Elixalong, the beginning is always good. If the beginning is not good, it's like 1 in 20 times or so. Meaning it's the most consistent ruler in the game. And that's the reason I think this ruler will maybe even dominate this meta. Not dominate, be a part of this meta. I'm gonna push a little bit to diamonds, and I think in this push I'm gonna use the Spirit Empress. I like the Spirit Empress, I like to push with it. But in diamond, I will probably use the Elixaloong. Why? Why don't use it before? Why use it in diamond and not before? Because Elixaloong is the most consistent ruler in Clash Royale match tactics. It's really, you probably guaranteed to get the second place. Meaning, to get to diamond, you of course don't want to be second place the whole time to diamond, because you're not playing against the best players in the game. You're just gonna take the Spirit Empress, push up to diamond, and win every round, of course. But in diamond, the skill gap is higher, so it's not you want to win every game. You just want to survive. You want to not be last. Want to be second. You're happy with the second. You're happy with maybe even happy with the third sometimes, and that's what the Elixalong is good at. It's the most consistent ruler. You can always be second. You're probably guaranteed to be third, and more likely to be second. I think a first place is more unlikely, but because it dominates the early game so good, it can be utilized to go for just second wins. Go for second places. Now I was second place. Go for second places and then lose the final against the Spirit Empress or against the Goblin Queen. But if you continue this theory, can be that the Elixalong completely dominates this meta. Because if one uses Elixalong, he gets 100% second. If two uses Elixalong, they will be both 100% in the final, like now. Meaning the Spirit Empress and the Goblin Queen gonna be knocked out in the first round, and the Elixalong gonna survive. Imagine 3 Elixalongs against 1 Spirit Empress. Spirit Empress has no chance to survive. Oh my god. Yeah, second place. We're gonna do another match. The Spirit Empress has no... Wait. Gonna do a second match. The Spirit Empress has no chance to survive. Look, 3 Elixalong against 1 Goblin Queen. And actually the Elixalong completely counters the Goblin Queen, because the Goblin Queen has to get kills, and against Elixalong you can't get kills. He always wins. So 1 Goblin Queen against 3 Elixalong, the Goblin Queen is almost guaranteed to lose. Meaning the more people use Elixalong, the more people have to use Elixalong till it finally dominates the meta completely. And that's a theory I think will maybe be the truth. So probably, look, Goblin Queen lost. And she won't win because she isn't getting any goblins. So maybe the Elixalong is the best ruler in merge tactics right now. Maybe. Crazy. Crazy to think about. Of course you have to think more than one step. 1 Elixalong against 3 Spirit Empresses. You will lose the game. Get second, you will 100% not get first. But 3 Elixalong against 1 Spirit Empress. The Spirit Empress have no chance of winning. That's a crazy thing to think about. So the Elixalong, I always, when you hear the card first, the first instinct you have is, oh, 7 troops on 1 field? Oh my god, 7 troops will be so crazy. Crazy, oh my god. But that's not the crazy part. The crazy part is the early game. Having 1 more troop in the early game is more important than having 1 more troop in the late game. Because in the late game, look, 1 Elixir Wizard doesn't really matter if the one has 6 cards from the best comp and have 6 cards and then 1 Elixir Lizard extra. Wizard extra. It doesn't matter. The early game matters. And it's common sense because 7 out of 6 compared to 6 out of 6 is worse than 3 out of 2 compared to 2 out of 2. Nah. 7 to 6. The comparisons between 7 and 6 is smaller than the comparison between 2 and 3 that I want to say. 2 and 3 is a way bigger leap in percentage wise than 7 and 6. 6, 7? No. Yeah. So that's the reason the ruler is really good in the early game and probably dominate in the early game. And maybe even, if my theory, if my logic is right, it will be the best ruler in the game. Because everybody will use it, and the more people use it, the more you have to use it. Yeah. And I talked about now why the ruler is so good. Now, I'm telling you how good it is. You don't even know how to play it. First I thought, oh, you just buy, there's nothing much to do. But there is actually a strategy. And the strategy you see, I have 2 Elixir card, 2 Elixir card, 2 Elixir card, 2 Elixir card, 4 Elixir card, 3 Elixir card. Cheap cards. The reason I buy cheap cards is because it's so hard to get cards. And a 2-star 2 Elixir card is better than a 1-star 5 Elixir card. Meaning, you know you can't get 2-star. If you guys Skeleton Giant, the chance you get a 2-star or 3-star is almost impossible. He just got a 3-star Mega Knight, I don't know how, but it should be actually impossible. I have a 3-star Skeleton Dragon, and that's really good, and I get a 3-star Magier and a 3-star Wizard, 3-star Archer. That's actually possible, but with this little Elixir, it's almost impossible to get 2-stars and 3-star 5 Elixir cards. So you have to go for these cheap cards to have even a chance of surviving and building a good comp. Yeah. Actually, every round I went with the Goblin trade. That's actually really good because you have so less Elixir. Having these extra goblins completely changes everything. It's really good. It's really good to have, but I'm not putting the goblins in because it's the last round. I don't care. Last round, I just want to win now. Yeah. So I'm going for this. For low Elixir cards, of course, good comps. Low Elixir cards, but yeah, going for low Elixir card so I can focus on having 2 certain 3 stars and not running around with 1 star Golden Knight, 1 star Queen and 1 star thing. It's not important. Look, he just bought 5 stars and 4 stars and we won because we focused on buying cheap cards and we won the game. That's how you play the Elixalong. Talk more about how crazy this comp is, because think about all the combination you can do. We just had like 5 traits or 6 traits activated. On stream I even had a game with 7 traits activated. 7 traits activated, completely crazy. And I think there was a dummy in this game too. Imagine the dummy plus the Elixalong. You can have every trait activated in 3, I think. I have to think about that, but I think you can have every trait activated in 1 game. Think about how crazy that will be, but maybe the Elixalong will dominate this meta. And I'm really happy about that because it's something new and I always like to play with something new. Of course, Spirit Empress will always have a part of my heart because I like to cycle, like to think about 3 stars. It's more dopamine, you know, having big 3 stars than having 1 and 2 stars running around. 1 and 2 stars running around. But I like new stuff. I like to discover new stuff. Elixalong is a new card that will maybe dominate the high ladder. I'm not sure, but maybe. Crazy. And what I'm 100% sure, that the Elixalong counters the Goblin Queen. Meaning, if you have Elixalong against Goblin Queen, the Goblin Queen has no chance. You won. You won. Because the Goblin Queen needs to get killed. The Spirit Empress can lose and then come back, but the Goblin Queen can't come back. It needs to kill cards to be, it's a progression. So, if you want a stable progression, of course, if you want a fast progression, take Spirit Empress and push to Diamond. But if you want a stable progression, when you get on a level where it's hard to win or lose, take the Elixalong. In my theory, it will be a really good card. Yeah, I wanted to end the video here, but I want to talk. Normally I wanted to end the video here, but I just remembered the modifiers. The modifiers, this stayed till season 1, this was already here, this was already here, this was already here. This came to season 2. Here is the first modifier that came here in season 3. Swift Tile. Its special tile appears on the board, giving its troop plus 100% bonus hit speed. Imagine a Dart Goblin on the Swift Tile with Rangers. Nah. I'm already crying. It's gonna be crazy. Or a Goblin Machine on the Swift Tile shooting rockets like crazy, man. I don't know if the rockets increase or just the hit speed. I'm not sure. But this modifier is crazy. And it's the least crazy of the new modifiers. And I think Chaos got deleted. Sadly. But okay. This Master Arena didn't got deleted from the game. If you know a lot of people, I think no one in this community loved this modifier. It's the worst modifier in the game, especially for Spirit Empress player. But even Goblin Queen players don't like Master Arena. It's so uncreative, you can't change, you can't cycle. I can talk 5 minutes about this topic, but I don't want to waste your time. So I'm just telling you, this modifier is the most boring modifier and the most luck-based modifier in the whole game. Master Arena, I hate it. That didn't think, but the first modifier, which I am so excited for. One punch. Every troop first attacks. Each round deals plus 200 damage. It sounds crazy, but if you think about it more, it sounds crazy. Think about your opponent completely winning the round, having a 3-star queen, completely is destroying you, and then you predict where the queen goes with a 3-star or a 2-star P.E.K.K.A, 3-star P.E.K.K.A, and it 1 hits the queen. And from a completely losing match, you go to a completely winning match. What a crazy modifier this will be. I'm so happy to play this modifier. I'm so happy that Clash Royale adds modifiers that are actually interesting, that actually take skill, because this modifier will be crazy. 1000 IQ plays will be shown here in this modifiers. The smart will benefit from this modifier. This modifier will be crazy. And the last modifier I want to talk about is this. Okay, these two modifiers, but first this mystery shop. This modifier I think will be good, but I think will be a little bit unnecessary. It won't really change. Shops right most troop will almost cost 3 elixir, but be mystery until bought. I think that will be okay, but it won't really matter. Won't really matter. I don't know. I think I will just never click on it. To be serious, I'll just don't click on it. I don't know. It's really a little bit unnecessary in my opinion. Won't really change anything. Or just annoy. But I'm talking about this modifier. Devil Shop. Devil Snap. I'm sorry. Devil Snap. What a modifier. I read through this and I thought, oh crazy. We're going on the next level. It's for a reason in Diamond. Because it takes skill. Troop in the rightmost bench slot will be auto-sold for 2 times elixir and removed from the game. Once per game. Imagine, you're playing against a Goblin Queen and then you put a 3-star Goblin Machine in the most right spot and banning the Goblin Machine and win the round because you banned the most important part of the opponent's comp. Crazy. Of course, before you could already block comps by just buying 1 copy, but you didn't really benefit. You more had a disadvantage. But now you benefit +2 elixir, plus you ban a card from the opponent. Crazy. And this modifier will benefit the Spirit Empress because it gets more elixir, but crazy modifier. And yeah, 100% will benefit the Spirit Empress because Spirit Empress is very flexible. If they ban P.E.K.K.A, you just go for other comp. If they ban Queen, just go for other comp. With the Elixalong and the King and the Goblin Queen, you can't move around. If you go for Queen, don't have enough elixir to sell everything, go for a new comp. So this will benefit Spirit Empress. But pro players will be shown in this modifier. I'm so happy. Yeah, so I want to end the video there. Of course, I want to talk about the other Elixalong skins. There are 3 Elixalong skins. The Spirit Long, the Lava Long. I want to get that 100%. And in the shop, you can get the ruler skin Aqualong. I play till silver to get my Lava Long, but you can get the Aqualong and get it even before. The Spirit Empress and the Goblin Queen isn't reachable in the ladder anymore, so you have to buy it. 20 euros. I find it a little bit crazy, but this was my video about the Elixalong. You will see more videos about the Elixalong, 100%. I'm gonna do videos about the modifiers, 100%, and videos about my gameplay, reaching Diamond. Last time I was at, I think 5k I reached last season. This season I want 100% reach 1k and maybe even be top of the leaderboard. Not the first. I'm not sure if I'm good enough, but I want to be top. So this was my video. Till next time, your Kanbanan.